was a juggernaut. They're lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and should go away or amp up the fight to draw.
Of course my ability wouldn't work on that. Why magnetize, man?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I'm trying Mother.
Now quick, destroy the hive.
I like how it takes people forever to react to something, but as soon as you do anything and the extraction appears, immediately they rush over there without even hesitating, huh? Cores with not being able to hit interactable objects success. Because it's an exalted weapon, honestly. I don't know what the point of exalted weapons even is nowadays. Yo, Bob, yes, Joe? Hey, you know how people wanted exalted weapons and all that kind of stuff? Yeah? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. But they're still considered skills, right? What do you mean? They're still skills. I don't understand the question. But they're skills, right? That means they won't interact with certain items or objects like weapons would, because we don't want to overpower the exalted weapons. Okay. What about the tumors? Yeah, those two, they don't interact. What? How is killing a tumor with a whip overpowered? Joe! Yes, Bob. Kiss me, you fool, okay? You're a genius! Let's make it annoying for absolutely no reason. For God's sake, Mag, the literal base game frame, can hit interactable objects. Yeah, the ones that we know of. I'm pretty sure if we go to demos by mistake, there's gonna be something that doesn't work. What's next? You can whip Warframes? No, that comes after midnight. You know how Amir has a pet play kink thing? Oh yeah, totally. It's a very common knowledge. Totally. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's common enough. Huh? You think Korra is his favorite? No, it'd be Volt. Oh, Tony didn't feel anything, that's what she said. They took you. Midnight is a vacation. Unlike dogs in real life, you know, Midnight deserved a vacation. I'll never understand people who take their dogs to vacation. They're like, my pupper, he needs a vacay. Vacay. Not anything, just a vacay specifically. More like a vasectomy, huh? This guy's confused, like, why is everybody dying around me that I love? I'll never understand people who take their pets to vacations. I don't mean with them on vacation, I mean just, you know, like on Twitter, on Facebook back in the day, they'll be like, hey, I took my pepper for a vacay. And I'm like, what's a vacay? A vacation, how do you not know this? Because I'm normal? I don't abbreviate every single word? It's so funny for me that back in the day, dogs would fight in wars. People would paint pictures about them, you know, like holding spears and shields and fighting humanity. And I'm like, oh, did we have anthropomorphic dogs back in the day fighting a war for King Charles? What happened? Unlike dogs nowadays, they can barely talk. And nowadays, you know, what does a dog do nowadays? It doesn't even defend the house. It doesn't do anything, and people are like, oh, my dog needed a vacation. From what? Relaxing the entire day. You don't understand. You don't understand. My pupper needed a vacation. From what? From lying around the entire day? From taking walks? From eating food better than some children in orphanages? What did it need a vacation from? He was stressed out. Shut the fuck up. That little bitch-ass motherfucker was not stressed out by anything. You don't understand, it's complicated. Bitch, your life is complicated, honestly. My dog is sad. From what? Eating too much. He needs a vacation. To what? He needs to go to Aruba or Brazil or whatever. People like their dogs? People can like whatever the fuck they want, but that's not an excuse to I'm going to fight with dogs now. I don't understand what they're trying to say, is my point. My dog needs a vacation. For what? Listen, if you go on vacation and you take your dog with you, that's not a problem. That is understandable, but people like literally send their dogs for a vacation. Here's me, a human, working from 5 to 9 or something. I don't have a social life, I don't have this, I don't have anything. Oh, but my little pupper, who is doing nothing the entire day. He deserves a vacation. And I'm like, dude, dogs back in the day fought in wars, they didn't get anything. Back then, you know, it was taboo to even be like, hey, I respect my dog. Dogs in the past ran, so dogs nowadays can lie about and do nothing the entire day. Sorry, it's just like literally everybody that I know that has a dog, their dogs don't do anything. Their dogs literally don't do anything other than being companionship, but then they're like, my dog is stressed out. I'm like, what is your dog stressed out about? Does your dog like look after you because of depression? No. What does your dog do? Nothing. The entire day, just nothing. It's worse than a cat. Why does it need a vacation? He needs a vacay. He needs a vacay. We need the big vacay case. And I'm like, take some Vicodin and shut the fuck up, honestly. Respecting dogs in 2025, they have to suffer. Yeah, they have to! If dogs back in the day suffered, what the fuck are the dogs doing nowadays that they deserve their own vacation and spa date? I don't see dogs nowadays going around with a shield and chainmail armor and fighting off thieves. I hate cute things. Now dogs. What did dogs do to become cute? What exactly was their job? Do I hate cats? What are cats doing exactly? Be like living other than rent-free in people's heads, literally with viruses. If we even get a prime version of him, I mean, Lavos happened. So, I mean, of course it's gonna happen. Sir X Henry, Henry, who is Ethan? Oh, wow, you're so funny, man. I bet your girlfriend kisses you every night. God, I have so many relics. Ugh, you can't even sell them, man. You can't melt them down. Why can't you melt down relics you don't want? Into void traces. I don't understand that part.
Use it to crack open a relic. We're going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
The core has a problem. If you're not toast for some reason, your damage is massively reduced. Oh my god. Why don't I sell my relics? Because nobody buys them! I'm literally selling all the relics I don't want. Like literally for 1 platinum and nobody fucking buys them. It's like I have hundreds of them. What am I supposed to do? Okay, okay, defense. What is that username, man? It's not racial, it's not racial. It's based on a TV show from like about 10 years ago, I think. Actually, it was with Bernie Mac. It was absolutely hilarious. Not because the comedian died or like something like that I'm about to say, but because literally he had a different career, and when he passed away, everybody was like, hey, it's that one guy that appears for like 5 minutes in the Transformer movie when he sells to the Wild Wild West guy. What's his name? The kid, they sold him the car. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Imagine you have a career and everybody sums it up as that one guy that sells the car in the Transformer movie. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh yeah, how long did that mission take? Okay, 1 minute. If we go into defense, unless we have a no, even if we go into defense, the map is gonna be a tragedy. There's a whole bunch of problems there, honestly. Unless we can pop 1 relic per minute in a defense mission. I'm reduced to doing this. Oh my god, I feel like such a loser. Maybe my team can also just delete things. I've buffed them with like almost full, like 300% fire. Oh, Warframe chassis. It's worth like nothing. Nothing! It's worth nothing at all! Nothing at all! Well, this sounds so happy. I didn't. It's just always funny for me when there's vaulted parts that are worth nothing. They could have been locked away for... what is it? Are there some like Warframes that are still like technically walked away... not walked... locked away for over a year or something still? They haven't like been in rotation? Something like that, I don't know. But I just find it so funny that, you know, I don't know how long Oberon has come or gone or whatever. But whatever it is, it's too long. It's too long, honestly. In my opinion, it's way too long, and basically he's worth nothing. He's worth nothing. Someone's gonna be like, it was like 3 months ago, man. And I'm like, yeah, 3 months ago, you know, last rotation, whatever, and this is the best we got. I love the random Nova in this team. Right now I'm racking my brain to understand what the Nova brings to the team, and I can't figure it out. Man, I have all these to burn? Yeah, like for example, I'm trying to sell this. These relics for like one plant new mage, and like literally there's no buyers. Even if I go to the market, there's nobody that wants to buy this trash. The thing is, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say a few things. A, there should be a way to get rid of relics that I don't want. And apparently nobody's running this mission. What mission did I just select? When it comes to relics, I honestly think D needs a solution to them. Because nowadays a lot of people have way too many relics. I'm thinking of a way to make it fair for D, you know, like to relic burn conveniently. Like, you know, so they don't, you know, like I'm always thinking of a way they can do something that won't affect the balance of the game or like their bottom line with platinum and stuff, like currency. I think the best solution would be to allow people to melt relics for void traces, depending on the rarity of it. That's one solution. The other one is maybe allow people to combine relics, maybe, I don't know, like combine it to a super relic that has higher chance of dropping stuff. Yeah, you know, I'll even gladly take that. I'll gladly take anything, honestly. Like super relics. Maybe that. What else? Maybe break them down into Aya? Yeah, but like what? Like I don't need all these relics, man. I literally don't have time to run them, so it's better for me to like sell them off, honestly. Literally, I don't have enough time to burn my relics. Let's say it takes 1 minute to crack a relic. I have about... I'm gonna show this right now. Okay, I literally don't know how to count this. Okay, let's count the big ones. So let's say 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 18, 19, 2. I have approximately, at the very least guaranteed, over 2,000 relics. Now, that is, like, if I'm averaging 1 minute per relic, that is 2,000 minutes to hours. That is literally 33 fucking hours. I need to play this game for 33 fucking hours constantly in order to be able to burn my relics. That is honestly way too much, man. I can't do that. If I could just burn off at least 500 relics, I would really appreciate that, but D doesn't have a system in place. And other people don't buy it. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do over here. Plus, remember, like, you can add at least like another 5 to 10 seconds between runs, loading the level or doing the void cascades, or you know, if you want to run that relic radiant, you do the radiant stuff, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you have the menus, and then the loading screen. All of this adds up, so at the very least it's like 2 minutes. Let's be charitable and say, you know, it's on average more like 2 minutes. If it's 2 minutes, that means 66 hours, which is like what, more than 4 days, right? And of course, unlike some psychopaths, I like to go to sleep, you know? I like to eat, I like to take showers, I like to sleep. I know I'm a normie, I know it's controversial, I'm a fucking normie, man. It'll take me literally about a week. Wukong, fuck you for destroying the drone, man. You deserve to go to hell. Here, deserve this. But it'll take me about a week of constantly playing to burn all of that. Entire week of me just burning relics non-stop. And if it takes about, you know, let's say, what is it? If you do 8 hours a day of gaming, which is already a lot, honestly, No, I think life can have other things in it. So if we do 48 hours, and let's say 6 hours a day, it's gonna take you about a week. In my case, it's gonna take even longer. And remember, that is just me running relics non-stop in the fastest way possible.
Stay focused.
Thank you, Wukong. A Wukong that actually knows how to play the game.
Well done.
Oh my god, thank you. This Wukong actually knows what they're doing. No, never mind. He fell back. You son of a bitch, Wukong. You know when I enjoy most Warframe? When somebody else carries me and I don't need to do anything. I'm like, oh, fine, and my fingers can rest. Also, the void traces we get are pathetic. I feel like they should honestly implement a platinum system so at least you can buy them. I know you can increase the chances of them dropping and doubling so you get the booster. A lot of things D relies on the booster to do all the work. Please, somebody buy my relics, man. Aren't relics worth more? Aren't relics worth more? No, that's the funny part. If you're gonna sell a trashy relic, if you're gonna sell relics, trashy relics like what I wanna do, you sell them for that prices. I love it when people have a vaulted relic that is worth nothing and they try to sell it for like 10 platinum. And literally the rarest item is worth 10 platinum. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That doesn't make any sense. I can't believe you want my video. Fuck you, man! Stop destroying the baby! One of the things, honestly, about Warframe that I don't like, the community, is just the market. I can't believe at one point they got, like, so much shit on me because of the market thing, you know? People are like, yeah, you don't understand how the market works, it's market forces. And I'm like, no, it isn't. People don't understand how the thing works. The market value of something, like what's called it, like raw parts. You know, like, okay, you have a relic. The relic has a chance, or like a 2% chance. You know, let's face it, it's 2%. It doesn't matter if you're in a team. If you're in a team, you know, like 2 times 2, 4, 6. What is it? I actually just forgot. It's 4 people, right? Yeah, 4 people. In a team of 4 people, it's 8. You know, I know it's like 22% or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is we're gonna look at the worst possible chance. At the minimum it's 8, at the best value is like, I think, 22%. It doesn't matter. The thing is, if the best part in that relic is worth 10 platinum, you can't sell that relic for 10 platinum. Because the person is not guaranteed to make their money back, and what are the chances they can find a team within the next 10 years? You know? So I always find it funny in the relic market, people are like, hey, here's a relic. The average selling price of this relic, the items inside the drop, is 1 or 2 platinum maximum. You know, like average returns. But hey, it's fine. We're gonna charge you 10 platinum. What are you charging me 10 platinum for? Hey, you never know, you might get lucky and drop the 10 platinum. I'm like, dude, the part itself, the rare part is only worth 10 platinum. Why are you charging 10 platinum for the entire relic? Am I guaranteed to get the part? No.
Stay focused.
Then why are you charging 10 platinum? Because that's how much it's worth, the most important part. Dude, no. You don't even charge 2 platinum for it, for the average part. You charge only 1. It's a raw market. You're selling the relic as a raw market material. It's basic economics 101. Did nobody go to school in the Warframe community? I don't understand. Somebody's gonna be like, that is too much, man. I'm like, no, it isn't, honestly. The amount of people play games and never went to school is honestly too high in my opinion. You know, it's kind of like video game reviewers. Some of the most popular video game reviewers, honestly, they immediately fail at making reviews. Because when you make a review or you make an essay and you spend 10 hours, listen, people can say whatever you want, but being a Scottish man that just lives in their van and makes reviews of video game while talking about their parents is not a fucking job. Especially if you never went to school that understands how to write the basics of, I was about to say economics, the basics of essays. You always start off with a question. Why are you writing this essay? What is the question that you're trying to answer? And 90% of the time, it isn't. It's just some reviewer that has a large following because halfway through the video they complain about their parents being religious or something. And I'm like, dude, that has nothing got to do with the game that you're reviewing. Shut the fuck up. What is the question you're trying to answer? Well, As a man in my 40s who's playing Dark Souls 2 and completely misunderstood the entire story, here's my opinion. And I'm like, dude, what? By the way, my mom's religious. What? Listen, dude, if you know, if you're like if you're childish, that you're like still fighting your parents 40 years later because they took you to church when you're a kid, whatever. But oh my god, that's the part I love. When I see the stupidest thing ever. And it's the same thing with Warframe, you know. It's like people, like, where is it? Where is it? There's an F1, I think, right? F1. Okay, yeah, F1. This is at best worth 10 platinum. The rest of them, you know, the usual 1-2, 1-2s. This might be worth something, maybe, but these are not meta items. Chances of like buffing these things within the next 10 years, it's a big fat 0. As someone who doesn't have time to play the game for 8 hours a day for about a week in order to burn up all my relics, all my 2000 relics, what is the solution here? Easy. I sell them in case somebody wants to run them to get void traces at the very least. You know, something like that. At the very least to get void traces. You sell this for 1 platinum, man. You sell this relic for 1 platinum. You don't sell it for 10. People try to sell this for 10 because they're like, oh, this blueprint is worth 10. So we sell it for 10. At 2% drop rate of 10, this relic should be worth 1 or 2 platinum maximum, but on average 1. It's basic economics 101. Like, how stupid are people, honestly, that they don't understand math, man. It just gets to me. You don't understand, I have a chance of dropping it. Then you run it and drop it. No, it's not worth that much. It's not worth my time. Okay, so you know it's not worth your time, so what the fuck are you doing, man? You don't understand, it's complicated. Please, your mom was complicated. Can I run? Man, there's nothing in Steel Patty! Holy shit, you guys are the worst sometimes. There's nothing in Steel Pass. Also, which sabotage is this at the very least? There's no Void Cascade, there's no Exterminate. What the fuck just happened? Oh, because I complain, man. When I complain, someone in the station is like, "Wow, we have you, man. We saw what you said. We hate you."
Find them and capture them.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter.
Your ass is a sanctuary target, old man. And then in all Steel Path, we have this problem.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, thank you.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly. Success.
Mother, keep up with us. We already caught the man defenselessly in the streets of Baghdad. 2 minutes! For an extract, oh my god. Why? What do you mean why? What do you mean why? Go and ask the why. Ask them why they don't have any missions. Barfly, please.
Use these to crack open a
Yo, Barfly, please.
A fisher.
Oh, D? I'm literally not even parkouring over there. Just do a normal jump, man. The Barfly is killing them before they get reacted. Do you guys not know how to play mission? Oh my god, non-steel pet missions suck donkey balls, man. I'm sorry, how do you get... I'm sorry, how do you get 10? Okay, bye. You missed 2 in the back, that's it. Also, dude, do you think I was not there? Are you blind? I guess you are. My bad. You know, I was there. There was nothing over there. I missed 2 somewhere in the back. Maybe next time don't spam, what is it called? Thermal Thunder. Wait until the batch of enemies at the start. A good batch of enemies at the start get primed and then do it. Don't simply spam that. Even I made that mistake in the past. Well, just kill the enemies immediately before they get primed, and then you reach the end of the map and there's no enemies in non-steal path missions. Dude, there's no missions today. Amber, stop
You are
stripping.
here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target. There are
Okay.
void fissures in the area. Use these to crack
What
open a
the
relic.
fuck, honestly? At this point, I gave up on Void Cascade in Steel Path. I get a few exterminates and the game is like, no. Go back to default missions, man. Don't worry, a Redditor out there is gonna be like, well, you know, not everybody does Void Cascade. What about Exterminate? Not everybody does avoid Exterminate. Do you do any? There's a pink vault in my ass. My point is, like what do Redditors want at this point? I don't understand. I swear I just wanna... You know how See, I'm a Redditor, lol, like the Hulk. When he grabs Loki and starts slamming him on the ground left and right. I swear that's how violent I get against Redditors sometimes. Because first they came for my Void Cascades and nobody spoke up. And then they came for my Just Steel Path and nobody spoke up. It's gonna reach the point where these motherfuckers, they're just gonna be like, nobody plays Warframe. Every time somebody on Reddit says something, it's like, hey, this Warframe like this, or this revamp or this remake is gonna have problems in Steel Path Void Cascade. And people are like, yeah, nobody plays Void Cascade. I'm like, dude, like, it's still normy enough to go at least an hour in Void Cascade, you know? It's not that big of a commitment. No, you don't understand. Okay, fine. ETA and EDA will have this problem. No! I'm like, what do you mean no? No, nobody plays EDA and ETA. What the? Okay. Steel Path, the missions to Relic crack. Nobody Relic cracks! You know what you're talking about. Everybody uses money to buy everything. Dude, where are we reaching? And then you ask them what they play, and they're like, well, I'm a Valkyrie player that only plays in normal Warframe mode, not even Steel Path. I don't have it unlocked. Do you have secondary Enverate? No, what secondary Enverate? Oh my god. I'm here for the power fantasy, bro. I don't need any of this. I'm like, it's not about power fantasy? You know, a little bit of struggle? People tend to remember the games that you struggle just a little bit with. And now we do kill all these victims of war? Because the thing is, you know, games that people tend to remember, like, better. You know, it's kind of like the shock thing. People tend to remember things, like, better when they're shocked. Shock tends to have more retention in someone's brain. That's a fact. You know, if something is very laissez-passer and you just get over it, you're not gonna remember it. Anything that has a little bit of struggle, people tend to remember it much better. So, you know, I mean, Steel Path is not that hard. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a boost in terms of difficulty, but it's not that hard. It's not the end of the world. Like, oh my god, it's still completable. And these motherfuckers out there are like, no, don't do this, don't do that. Nobody still plays Steel Path. Nobody plays this. Nobody does that. You don't know what you're talking about. Suck my asshole. I'm like, I don't want to suck your asshole. You suck mine. They're like, no, you suck mine. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna suck yours. You're gonna suck it yourself. And they're like, I try every day, but I can't remove a ribcage. I'm like, what? And they're like, nothing. But the point is, every other day, you know, somebody on fucking Reddit is like, people don't do Void Cascade, people don't do Steel Path, people don't do this, people don't do that. What are you complaining for? Exterminate? Go to Exterminate in default missions and then wait around for 2 minutes for the enemy to spawn. Nobody does Steel Path at this point, okay? According to a majority of Redditors, nobody plays Steel Path in Warframe. If you play Steel Path, congratulations, you're a hardcore gamer, virgin. Congratulations. You don't know the touch of a woman. Like, what stupid idea is this? And you ask them and they're like, well, I play in Inaros or a Valkyrie in normal path. By the way, the hardest content I ever did was like level 100 void enemies. You know, in the Void map. But wait, there's a little secret I found out recently. Some YouTubers who make content for Warframe. This is not a joke. They are not even in Steel Path. With some of their shittily modded guns, I know for a fact because I'm unable to kill them. With blast in some cases. Yeah, can you prime? Okay. But they literally go for about a few minutes into the default one, into the highest missions to reach like level 100 on the enemies. Is a vault, okay? Bless the vaults, hard for trying. Okay, I'm gonna clean out the path so you don't get accidentally one. Oh right, this is not steel path, you won't get one shot like that. MR8 vault. Oh, it's a pink one that stuck their face in my ass. No capture, no exterminate, no nothing in steel path. CD knows their community, nobody plays steel path. Fuck us for playing steel paths. First they came for my void cascades and nobody spoke up. Then they came for my steel paths and I didn't speak up. Then they came for what? Void Tracy, yeah, good for you. Then they came for me and there was nobody left to speak up. First they came for my aura worms and nobody showed up. Well, you see, people are too busy loading into Duviri. Half of the people were too busy loading into Duviri, the other half were too busy disconnecting. And the last person that was actually doing it was stressed out from all the bugs that stopped the aura worm from working. Second, they came for the actual acceptable load times. Okay, that sounds like an adult movie. They came for acceptable load times. There's just a nerd in the office. Here I am programming. Wow, these are acceptable load times. Oh. Hey, John. Cindy. What are you doing here? My website is so slow. Can you fix it? Sure thing, Cindy. I think for you. Wow, these are such acceptable load times. You can get a load of... Off topic. What do you mean off topic? Why don't they fix load times? Load times to what? To Viri? Hope they fix when Al Weaver comes out. Warframe is acceptable on hard drives anymore, though people still play on them due to space. Well, I mean, whose fault is it? I don't mean the load time, I mean the SSD drives. Listen, we're in a land of plenty at one point, okay? SSD drives were dirt cheap. They're so dirty cheap. Not cheap. Oh my god, I can't English. They're so cheap. It was incredible. 200! Sorry, not 200. 2 terabytes for like $100. The same value as the standard hard drives, cheaper in some places. And then every single company out there wised up. They were like, wait a second. We're making too many hard drives that are cheap. We're saturating the economy. This is not good for us. We can't make money like this. Oh, I know, we're gonna stop making SSD drives at market value. We're gonna make less of them, so we can increase the price 1 to 1. Like what's the calculation? $1 for every one... Like, if it's 2 terabytes, you know, it's like $200 now. It's not $100 like it was like a few years ago. In some cases, they even just increased the prices. 256 or 128 and you'll be grand? For what? Windows alone is like, whoa, man, I need 256. I'm like, what do you need 256 for, Windows? Oh, wow, you don't understand. I need 256. What do you need 256 for? Well, you know. No, I don't know what. Well, you see, we keep temporary files of your downloads. What downloads? The Windows updates. Why do you do that? Because? What do you mean, because? Oh, by the way, our updates sometimes don't work. You need to delete all the updates that got installed so the new ones get installed. That's a bug that we'll never fix. Why do you need that much space, Windows? And then Firefox comes along and I'm like, okay, Firefox, do your thing. Okay. Hold on. No. What do you mean no? What do you mean no, Firefox? Hold on, I'm gonna keep increasing in size. What do you mean? What do you mean in size? We start off with 500 megabytes, we end up with 5 gigabytes. I'm like, what's with the inflation? No, you don't understand, I need to cache everything. You don't need to cache anything, I haven't put a limit size on you. Why do you keep on increasing? Why do you become bigger? Why not deleting data that is like, as I told you, 6 months old? We can't do that. What do you mean we can't do that? You're literally doing that. No, but that's different. No, it isn't! And then you mod games, and games are like, well, we gotta keep everything on the C drive. I'm like, what do you need the C drive for? Use my drive that I tell you! No, you don't understand. We need the C drive. You don't need the C drive, man. Use the drive, I'm telling you. Use this drive. No, we can't. It has to be C drive. Why is it the C drive? I don't understand, man. Come and spit my butthole and explain to me why it has to be the C drive. And then you edit a video and the video's like, What? We started. What do you want? What do you want, video editor? Well, you see, we need to scrub the files in the C drive. Dude, I don't have any space in the C drive at this point. What do you guys want? Leave my C drive alone. I'm organizing things here. Why are you guys making a mess out of everything? Every day like a little cuck. I have to go back in my temporary folders and manually delete files because half of them don't delete. Because Windows is like, you still need this. And I'm like, it's been 6 months, I don't need it. And they're like, no, you need it. What is the Valkyr doing? Valkyr, Ashley! Ashley's knees are weak. She's weak in the knees, Ashley! Ashley! Ashley, leave my C drive alone, Ashley! Oh my god, thank you. Will it become bigger? Not the good kind of big, you know? Not the sexy kind. Like it's spread eagle big. No, we're talking about shitty big. It just gets big for no reason. There is so many games that actually they still need a C drive for no fucking reason at all. Even if you put your mods in a different place, they have to be like, okay, we temporarily need to copy the files over there, reference them, and do a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, by the way, what is your SSD drive's, like, you know, time span? Like, read and write, what is it? A few trillion? Yeah, okay, it's gone by the end of the year. Oh, what do you mean we should be transferring little files here and there and caching them? Fuck you, we need it, even though we don't. Isn't the entire point of SSD drives we don't need to do any of that trash, like old hard drives? Well, we're still gonna do it. For no reason. Somebody's gonna be like, is this trauma? I'm like, yes, trauma. I had a friend, their SSD drive actually fucking died. Because they installed so many Sims 4 mods. And for some reason the fucking Sims can only work on the C drive. When I checked the read and write time span of their SSD drive, I was like, Jesus dude, when you buy this SSD 6 months ago? 6 months! What happened? Well, I kept on installing and installing mods. Yeah, but why? Because it needs a C drive. What do you mean it needs a C drive? It does! How many mods do you have? A few terabytes? A few terabytes! You're writing and deleting files of a few terabytes in a week. Jesus Christ, man! And then they're like, what? You shouldn't talk too much. Your video editing software is also like that. I'm like, yeah, I know, man. Fuck me. There's a mod called Penumbra and it's cosmetic mods. The fucking mod location has to be on the C drive. Yeah, of course! People can't program 2 lines of code nowadays. Where the program files is. That's not surprising. The amount of software that still does that is honestly too high. I especially love it on Reddit. When people with their giant balls come out and they're like, yeah, you know bro, whatever. Just install some shitty hard drives here and there and just get the best SSD drive ever. The best one, the most expensive one for your C drive. And I'm like, have you seen programming today? Dude, programs just write to the C drive that have no business writing. They will write the most random things. If I install something in the D drive, why are you putting stuff in the C drive? Yo, I'll install this game. Okay, cool. Where do you want to install this game? In the D drive? Okay. First, we're gonna download extra files on the C drive. We're gonna delete them. We're gonna re-download them. Delete, download, like 50. I'm gonna pour my ass out of my asshole. Like 50 times, and then we transfer them to this D drive. How many years do you take off my C drive? At least 1 hour? Oh, okay, thanks. Also, wasn't the entire point of SSD drives that files could be smaller? Because they're like easier and faster to unpack and everything on the run? What happened to that? What happened to all the tech gurus out there? Did their mothers not feed them enough milk when they're 5 years old, so they became really stupid? With SSD drives, you can have tinier sized files. Do we get them? No. Why? Because we need to make the loading fast. Dude! We had a written consent with a written agreement here between society and SSD drives. What the fuck happened? Stop reading and writing and then the SSD drives randomly. What are you guys doing? You're eating at its lifespan for no reason. If a normal plated hard drive can still work for at least 10 fucking years with no condition, like you know, no issues. Why is SSD drives just, you guys are eating into its lifespan in under 5 years? What's going on, man? You're worse than a car. Literally, it reaches a point where SSD drives get more expensive than a fucking lease on a car in 5 years. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? What the fuck is going on? When did people become so bad at programming?
Hey friends, check this merch out.
I don't know, do you have an SSD drive that's gonna ruin its lifespan? We're getting out of time. Why did you sound like Johnny Silver right now?
Do for you.
Sorry, Johnny Bronze. Wake up, dude. Get up, dude. We're getting out of time, dear God. Johnny's little brother, Johnny Bronzearm. Jimmy Bronzearm. V. Do you think instead of saying V, they say 5? Yo, 5, get up! I must tell you about how the corps suck. And V's like, it's V, it's not 5, you idiot! Listen, my brother isn't here. I'm his little brother, so I have to take over for today. You love having random imaginary friends in your head. Well, better than buying a 10,000 love pillow. At least the imagination is free. Why does it jiggle little? Okay, who knows? Okay, anyway. On that note, 99 tight pizza. I'll see you.